Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern fan channel. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say. First of all, I'm getting text messages from friends of mine here for you in this difficult time, you stupid prick. You insufferable man. This is what I have to deal with. I give smoke, I taketh smoke. I put my reputation on the line for these players. I praised. No, I'm not doing this crap. I'm aggressive, all right? These players didn't show that passion and intensity in the second half, but I will in this match reaction. This board is at fault. Let me explain why the board is at fault, and then the players and Thomas Tuchel being the third person to be at fault. Most of you probably think I'm going to go in on Tuchel too hard. I'm not. We all know Tuchel will never be great in football management. He won a Champions League with with Chelsea. Fair play. You did that. There's other managers that did the same thing. They come in and win the Champions League. But that doesn't make you an elite coach. Chelsea were a team that no one expected to win it, but Tuchel, had Neymar and Mbappe and couldn't win the Champions League. He got to the final, and come on, he should have really done more at PSG. But let me talk about a problem with this board. Guys, we are now basically out of 2 trophies. Can you guys name what those trophies are? Okay, the Pokal, the DFB Pokal, which if you're a Premier League fan watching this, or a La Liga fan or a Serie A fan, it's like the Coppa Italia, but German. It's like the Copa del Rey, but German. It's like the FA Cup, but German. We're out of that cup. Do you want to know why our board sacked Nagelsmann? Well, they felt, even though it wasn't realistic, that we're potentially on the verge of losing those trophies. They felt as though those trophies were in danger. Now, let's talk about the fact that, okay, we're out of that cup. The Champions League, it's this prestigious competition, which for a club like Bayern and a league like us, is how we build our name. We don't have the marketing of the Premier League. We don't. We rely on our performances in the Champions League to attract players to us. But it seems like for the second year in a row, well, actually third year in a row. So I know last season we went out to Villarreal, but was that not in the quarterfinals? That was in the quarterfinals, right? Or was it in the round of 16s against someone else? Well, we went out last year and the year before that. And it's been a lot. It feels like it was only 3 years ago we won, but we had a lot of Champions League seasons, approximately 3, including this one. So, yeah, for us, the Champions League is of high levels of importance. I'd say even more important than Man City. Man City have built their club to the name it is with the money they have, despite the fact that they have no European history. They have nothing to show for it in Europe. But Bayern need this competition. Our players should be hungrier to win this competition because we sacked a whole damn manager. A whole manager because we wanted to secure this trophy for some reason. We felt we were the favorites. And would you blame the fans for feeling that way? Because under our previous manager, we were unbeaten. We hadn't lost an away game in God knows how long. And we hadn't lost a home game in God knows how long. It was a win streak. It wasn't an undefeated streak like Arsenal's Invincibles, where they drew more games than the Khalifa. No. They had draws everywhere. More draws than the Hub. We had wins. 8 wins in a row, which is now 8 wins, period. No row, because we just lost to Man City. And again, I'm not blaming Thomas Tuchel. I'm blaming the board that sacked the manager who had us in all these competitions. Who knows what Nagelsmann would have come back and done with the team? Who knows? If the board called Nagelsmann and said, we're going to sack you if you don't perform, he would have put more pressure on the team, and the players would have been like, I don't want to see you get sacked, and put more hard work in. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Pavard was one of our best players today. All our players that I usually rely on, Musiala, stinky today, but Davies, stinky today. He got nutmegged 3 times in 10 seconds. I've never seen another man nutmeg another man that many times. Bernardo Silva cooked him like Dave Ramsey, man. Like filet mignon. Cooked them like Wagyu steak. Cooked them, turned them around, cooked them again, turned them around, cooked. Why? It's like ridiculous. I can't say, there weren't stages where we looked good. Oh, of course, we looked good for a lot of this game. City scored a wonder goal to make it 1-0. But for some reason, after we came out in the second half and things weren't working, we gave up. We gave up. That's what happened. We gave up. We missed some chances, and I think the players went, crap, it's not our day. But then instead of saying, it's not our day, we missed some chances, why don't you say it's not our day, we missed some chances, we're going to make sure they don't score? Because then we just opened ourselves up. Like a virgin on her wedding night. It was open like a 7-Eleven. City could have scored so many goals. Jan Sommer, look, I praise him for making the saves he did. He saved like Jesus. We could have conceded more if Jan Sommer wasn't in goal. But I feel like any goalkeeper that's not KSI's height could have saved a lot of the shots today. I feel like Neuer could have gotten closer to some of these shots, especially the Bernardo Silva header, which is very strong. But you guys think if we had a goalkeeper who wasn't a little bit taller, we got a 5'11" goalkeeper. He's not even 6 foot. We got Kevin Hart, Swiss Kevin Hart in goal. This is just you got to blame Neuer for getting injured skiing with his freaking 12-year-old girlfriend, that pedo. Neuer, you're supposed to be the captain. Lead by example. Lead your troops. You're skiing on break after you lost in the World Cup. What kind of mentality is that? Our bench, a lot of outside fans look at our team and go, wow, they're bringing on Gnabry. Now, I hope some of you realize Gnabry sucks. He sucks. Zero accuracy. Just everything about him stinks. He is a butt merchant, a Kardashian at heart. Big booty, no personality, and no essence, no substance. Serge Gnabry was good in 2020. He was good at, scoring some goals against Spurs because perhaps he had a great motivation being an ex-Arsenal player and all. But he sucks in 2023. Sell him. Sell him. I'm tired of this. Sell him. You know who gets a lot of stick? I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. There's no specific narrative. But now I told you, I blame the board. Now I'm blaming the players. I'll get to Tuchel in a second because he's a crackhead as well. A player that gets a lot of stick is Leroy Sané. Sané was one of our best players today. He forced Ederson to make saves. He was dangerous. Left wing. He made some mistakes. Yeah, sure. But he wasn't worse than Alphonso Davies, who would rather show up on iShowSpeed's channel these days than have a good performance for Bayern. He has shown up on Speed's channel more times this year, too, than he has good performances for Bayern. 1.5. I don't know how many good performances I can say he had for Bayern. I just don't know. This man cheated on his girlfriend. Make of that what you will. Fonzie, you aren't a kid anymore. Aren't you 22 or 23 now? You're a grown man. You can't be making these mistakes. We could have conceded because Haaland pressed Sommer. Davies lost the ball, or Musiala lost it. Davies lost it. They took turns losing the ball, like best friends. Take turns losing the balls. And then Rodri scored. It was a wonder goal, and you can't really scream about that too much because you can't go, you should have done this, you should have done that. No, it's a goal. It happens. The players should have taken it as, okay, motivation to, 1, be better defensively, and 2, try to get something. I see how in my preview I was like, a draw would be nice. even when we conceded, I said, maybe we can score 2 goals at the Allianz Arena. Even if we do score those damn 2 goals at the Allianz, it don't matter because we lost 3-0 tonight. You had to be protective of your goal tonight. Jan Sommer, he was getting attacked, pressed, gegenpressed. Upamecano, let me get to you. Upamecano. See, what do I even say about this guy? Because for majority of the season, he has been amazing. I can't even go in on him too much because that's disingenuous because I rate him. I rate you, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why are you unopposed making he cost us 1 goal, right? I don't know which goal it was. I forget because there was just so many goals. But he could have costed us like 3 or 4 more. Dude, make one mistake, we forgive you. But you keep cheating on me with my best friend, and I don't know about it. And then I find out about it. And then I tell you, chill out. I cut off my best friend, and I get a new best friend, and you cheat on me again? Now I'm the stupid one. Now I'm just getting cheated on with like homework with ChatGPT these days. Speaking of ChatGPT, is that where we got our tactics from? Because what were we trying to accomplish in that first half, especially on the ball, playing out of the back? Tuchel goes to freaking Bard, or because it ain't ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a little bit smarter. Bard is the stupid AI bot from Google. It's not as smart as the other ones. He must have went there and generated tactics. And Google told him, oh, yeah, Pavard, play him right back. You know what we should have done? Back 3. It's funny because when I saw back 4, I was surprised. I was like, back 3, go with Pavard at right center back. And I think that's something I said in my preview. Pavard played well against Freiburg. You don't want to upset that. So play him a right center back. Play Upamecano in the middle and De Ligt right there. It matches how their shape is at City. And then play Cancelo at right back because Cancelo can actually beat someone. Pavard was lost at right back from the halfway line to City's zone. He was lost. He doesn't know what he's doing. But defensively, he does what he needs to do. So play him at right center back and play Cancelo right there. Play Davies on the other side. And if he sucks, bring on Mazraoui and switch the sides. Like, we could have done so much more. And, okay, I didn't mind the lineup, but I also, now I'm going to Tuchel, right? I'm structuring this correctly. So I've criticized everyone I need to criticize. I've talked about every single play. De Ligt today played through an injury, not his fault. I don't remember him making a shocking error, a bad mistake. I don't remember. Now, why did we not play Thomas Müller and we played Gnabry? If we played Müller and Gnabry, that makes a little bit of sense. But we played Gnabry, who's not in great form, so you're playing him in a game of importance, and he's been crap. Or you're not going to play Mane. So why don't you play Thomas Müller, the player who, I mean, he didn't have his best game versus Freiburg, but if you're going to press City, you need someone that can press. Is that not true? If you're going to play a team that presses, why don't you play someone that knows how to press? Josh says, a United fan, City levels above Bayern, to be fair. This is true for today, but there were portions in that game where Ederson had to make some saves. He had to make some saves. We forced Ederson to make saves. Like, I just... But so why did he not play with Müller from the beginning? Okay, so that's something... So, yeah, we didn't play Müller from the start. We didn't have that. We didn't give ourselves an attacking edge. We lost Choupo. That was a big loss. I wonder what the excuses for Tuchel are going to be. What excuse does he have? And also, Pep made a sub before we did. He brought on Julian Alvarez, who, by the way, could have scored. Pep made a sub before Bayern. Does that make sense to you guys? Pep's winning, and he makes a sub before us. And if anything, we needed to make a sub more. We had Davies we could have taken off. And he took off Musiala for Gannett. He took off Musiala for that bum. That bum, Sadio Mane. One of the worst footballers. He's bonus stars level. I'm sorry. Mane, he's not at fault for losing. I just do not like a player like. When we signed him, what did I tell you guys? If I had a choice of wingers we could have signed, Mane would not have been in my top 5. And it's true. And I'm not saying that because if Mane was performing like, giving us consistent performances, then, maybe. But the fact that, and I was saying that at a point where I still kind of believed he would give us something. I believed he would score some goals in important games. He's a big game player. But now he's just bad. So I was saying I had that crazy opinion when everyone kind of loved him. But now it's like, I kind of feel bad for saying what I said because maybe I jinxed him with how accurate that assessment of that bum is. Mane is like every other Liverpool player, incapable of playing in any other system. If like Jordan Henderson played for City, you think they'd be cooking? No. It only works at Liverpool, and look how it's working out now. Their system's falling apart because people figured them out. People figured out how Liverpool, they want to press, we'll go long. Now what you're going to do? Van Dijk ain't as good as he was. So I hate that substitution. Look, Thomas Tuchel will be sacked in the next 12 months at some point. He'll be sacked. He's not going to – do you guys really think he's not a long-lasting manager? We gave him a 2-year contract. Actually, less than 2 years. I think it's 18 months. Bro, either he gets sacked or he just goes. So why do we bring in Tuchel? You know what? If we lost with Nagelsmann, sack him then. But now we're losing it all with Tuchel. See, it makes sense if you sack Nagelsmann then. And then bring in someone different. I still wouldn't have brought in Tuchel. Out of every manager I ever wanted, Tuchel was the worst. I don't know what this team needs. Musiala is not playing at his level. Coman, crackhead, can't cross. Jan Sommer made great saves. Upamecano lost the. It's like we're back. Upa, you did all that PR building just to destroy yourself. If you had if you didn't make it, like this dude just made mistakes no one asked for. You know how many times he just lost the ball because he just passed it to a City player? I'm not even saying, he was dispossessed and, he just gave the ball away in dangerous area. Dude, he was passing to Rodri check his pass, check the statistics. Check the pass statistics. See if all his passes don't just go to Rodri or Gundogan. We lost the midfield battle today, and we paid for it. When we attacked City, they had 4 midfielders. Stones would come in, Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne would track back out wide, which was very hard because then Akanji would come in and just be a boss. City just controlled the midfield like all night. Kimmich tried. Hold your head up, man. Kimmich tried. Him, Sané, Pavard. I can't blame De Ligt too much. Summer, right? Those 4, 5 tried. It's Gnabry that sucked. Coman sucked. Musiala wasn't all there. Goretzka sucked. You were supposed to help Davies out. And then when the ball's on the other side, your energy was important today. Goretzka, you're good at giving interviews. Yeah, man. Join Sky Sports or ESPN. Be a reporter. Because your midfield capabilities, your capacities aren't there. In that tight game, we needed something different. We're signing Konrad Laimer. You think Konrad Laimer fixes our midfield problems? No. We need a CDM. Yeah, we need a striker. But if we don't get a CDM, Thiago was a CDM when we won the Champions League. These casuals think Thiago was some flair attacking midfielder. Thiago's best tenure at Bayern was the 4 to 5 years where he played as a CDM, central defensive midfielder, and he broke play. He intercepted the ball and then dribbled through pressure. That's why we were so successful under Hansi Flick, because Thiago was at his best. And then when we lost Thiago, we lost the following year to the same team we beat in the final. We need a CDM. We haven't had one since Thiago. Someone with the capability and the capacity to read the game different. Kimmich had to do it today. But imagine if Kimmich could just do what Gundogan does for City, right? But then has the freedom to just kind of, not have to be tracking back all the time. Kimmich has more energy than Gundogan. And they're a similar level of ability when it comes to their passing and their reading of the game. Kimmich could be such an elite midfielder if he wasn't forced to be this defensive something he's not. We need a Casemiro at Bayern. We need a Tchouaméni, a powerhouse, a brick wall, like a Javi Martinez. Someone, I don't care if they're clunky on the ball. City had that. Rodri, he scored tonight. Rodri was everywhere. Musiala would touch the ball. Rodri, right there. Or Stones would fill in and do the job. We don't have a CDM. We're open when they get past Kimmich and Goretzka. But imagine if you had a powerhouse who can read the game. Some of the goals they score, a CDM would work, because Rodri's goal, a CDM could block that. We need a Casemiro. I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't like Casemiro specifically because he's the kind of guy to kick your nuts and then hold his nuts. Like, you kick me. Why are you holding your nuts, man? I'm the one losing 50% of my kids. Bayern lacked not just the intensity tonight, but we lacked the belief and the strategy. We were not able to cope with Pep Guardiola's tactical. And you know what's crazy? Pep actually just won a Champions League game where his team played the exact same way they'd been playing. Stones was playing where he played. The only difference with Pep's team was probably Riyad Mahrez for Bernardo. And before the game, what did I say? Bernardo works harder. And what happened tonight? He worked hard and got a goal. Beat Davies so many times. I think Alfonso has a black eye. Bernardo was jabbing at him. Just jab. Every time he touched the ball, just jabbing his feet, getting the ball, making it really difficult to play. We missed Choupo-Moting, but it's the board's fault once again. They signed a 17-year-old and thought, we could work with Choupo. Didn't remember Choupo with his injury history, right? Even when Choupo wasn't playing week in, week out, he was always getting injured. And then the board sacked Julian Nagelsmann right before our most important game this season. This season is a disaster. I'm speaking like it's over. It 95% is, but the 5% of us we have to try. Like, if we lose by more to City in our own stadium, then like we deserve it. We deserve it. So we have to try at the Allianz Arena. We have to believe, but I'm sorry. I believe in the team, but my belief is not delusion. I don't see us scoring 4 goals and City scoring none. I can see a scenario where maybe we equalize and go on penalties, but that's me seeing a dot in a giant field of dots. There's a field of possibility, and most of them have us losing. It's a sad, sad scenario. Barcelona fans are laughing at us. You know what? I give the smoke. I'll take it back. I'll take the smoke. I make fun of Barcelona when they lose. They're making fun of us because we just lost. What am I going to do? Pretend as though this doesn't hurt? It hurts me, man. My nightmare just happened. The worst thing that could have happened in that game occurred. We lost convincingly. 3-0. Oh, I hate to do it now, but hit the like button if you haven't and subscribe to the channel, because next week we go again. I don't even care about the Bundesliga, like particularly because of how I don't even know if I'll do a watch along for that game, man. I just don't know. But what do you guys think the board's going to come out and say? What do you think they're going to say? Oh, This is why we brought in Thomas Tuchel, because we wanted to secure the Bundesliga. No, they thought they could win the treble, and we didn't. Freiburg beat us in the cup. City just bested us, smacked us around, could have scored more. Imagine if we go to the Allianz Arena and do the impossible. End up equalizing versus City. Summer's saves could mean a lot more. But City, I feel, with Bernardo's header to make it 3, or was it Haaland to make it 3? Whoever scored. I believe they solidified their game. It stings. It's another failed season. No cup. No Bundesliga. Inter won, by the way, against Benfica. Could have given us Benfica UEFA. We could have had... I'm not positive about anything, man. I am not positive. I'm not happy. I'm sad. It's depressing. I got to go to the gym. I got people texting me, Arsenal fans texting me, because I laugh at them. Look at this. They're texting me, man. It's funny because there are no City fans. I don't know a single Man City fan. I think we had more fans in Manchester than Man City. 3 seasons ending in the round of 16. Was Villarreal in the round of 16 or round of 8? So we went from being someone says believe. Yeah, I'm not delusional, dude. All right, look. So 3 seasons. PSG 2021, we lost in the quarters. Yeah, I remember. The year after, we didn't learn our lesson, so we lost in the next round. But I don't. Was that when we lost to Villarreal? And then now, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. And the year before that, we won it. The year before that, we were taken out by Liverpool. We're just a group stage team. Just a group stage team, man. We're a group stage team. Hansi Flick would have gone to City. And, this Trey United guy, man. He jinxed us. Oh, this guy jinxed us, man. Gosh. Well, next week will be crazy because I believe we're out. The thumbnail says it. It's over. I don't know how it's going to go next week. I just know I'm sad. I'm depressed. We need to do something crazy. Score in the first minute, and then maybe we have a chance. But maybe. That's assuming City bend over and let us do it to them. And City are not that kind of team. They have learned from their mistakes with how they lost to Real Madrid. They're not going to let their guard down. And tonight, Nathan Ake made a very interesting interception. And it was around the 80-something minute. And it made me think, like, damn, these guys want to do something special this season. And by the way, in my combined 11, I probably would have put Ake at a back 3 with Diaz. No, I think we would have been arguing on. Yeah, I would have probably put Upamecano in there in the combined 11, which we never did. But I wonder if now Ake just cemented himself as one of the best center backs. Well, he left center back? I don't even know. Is he a left back or yeah, he's a left center back in back 3. But he plays like a freaking left back, a defensive left back. I gotta admit, man, Pep. Well, I already know Pep's the greatest tactician of all time. How this man made a back 3 look that amazing to watch is beyond me. How did he make Stones work in midfield? Pep's the greatest tactician of all time. But Real Madrid were able to score a few goals against the City side. We can do something. Next week, I hope the players work harder. I'm going to run my mouth before the game. I'll be like, we're going to cook you. But I miss Nagelsmann. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Thoughts on João Cancelo? Most pointless signing because he's just sitting on the bench. I think Cancelo should have played at right wing back today, but he didn't. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, send Mia, and peace. Imagine we win next week. Everyone's like, I told you. I hope I'm wrong about my pessimism.